Alrighty guys, Furinno was nice enough, or kind enough, to sponsor another video. Today we're putting together the, it's just labeled end table. We already put one end table together. It was different than this one. So, yeah. Oh, gotta get it out of the box, right? Wow. Alright, well, we got, a little bit of that. Ooh, that looks like it. Okay, it's tapered on both sides. That's kind of different. Not what I was expecting at all. 4 legs. Now, this one actually has screws. There you go, sweets. Alright, so this one comes with a couple little packets. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're just going to set those out. Kind of in order here, just to kind of get them out of the way. So the first piece we're going to need is B and C, which I think, yeah, they're the smaller 2 rectangular pieces. And, well, it says we'll take piece number 2. Ooh, these are different sizes. So this is pack number 2. And it says to hammer them in. Now, does it show which direction they go? It does not. Okay. Well, that's not good. Okay. So it looks like, according to the picture, the side where it's kind of, the hole's kind of flush with the edge is the side you want towards the outside of the piece. The recessed side doesn't show a picture of that one, but we're going to assume that's on the inside. So you're just going to put those down on those pegs here. And it says to hammer them in or rubber mallet them in. I'm going to leave them loose for now, just in case I'm wrong. Because, yeah. Alright. So the next thing is you take GC and 2 Ds. Whew. Okay. Well, which one's C? This one's C. So the smaller one is C. But a shorter one. So we need 2 Bs. 2 Bs. And these, this is not labeled. This one's F. Okay. So both those pieces are the same. These 2 are Ds, so we're going to assume the other 2 are Fs. Oh, one of them, the sticker fell off. Alright, so G, and we need to finish side up. Okay. So G is your tapered piece. And it looks, okay, so the finished surface is up and tapered in, and it looks like it's that way. Hard. Sharp. On these, the part with the holes kind of side by side are going to attach into this piece of wood here. And the ones that are kind of up and down, C is going to attach to. So we're going to set those to where we seem to think we understand it. And then we need to get piece 1 out. Or bag 1. Which is just little screws. Thankfully they're Phillips head. So we're going to put those 2 screws into the bottom of this, and no, we're going to go, does it matter which way it goes? I mean, I don't think so. Doesn't appear as though it does. So they did pre-drill the holes here, so we just line those up into the pre-drilled spots. if you can see them, of which I'm having trouble seeing them. Am I in there? I think I'm in there. All right. Now, I'm not going to tighten it too tight here because I don't know if it needs to move. All right, and then the next piece is going to be the same thing. And you just put those right into the pre-drilled spots if you can find them. I got one in. I'm not sure about the other one. Okay, they're both in. So far, this is taking longer than the other pieces. Okay, so this one's a little more loose because I didn't tighten it as much. All right, now C. All right, these two are angled in towards me, so I put the finished side facing me. And then 2 screws over here. And then those go into the pre-drilled holes. If we can find the hole. Okay. So we'll go ahead and tack those just a little bit more. And then 2 more screws on the other side. And again, get them into the pre-drilled holes. And again, I'm not going to over tighten because you probably need it to move around a little bit at some point. Okay, so that's step 2 is done. Not much of a end table at the moment. Or end table, is that what it was? I don't remember. Alright. So, step 3, we're going to put 2 E's on the other side. Okay, so these E's are going to go right into this side here. And the legs are going to cross, and the E goes on the outside of the D. Again, they got pre-drilled holes there. You just line those up. Go ahead and start them with your finger. And then get them tacked just a little bit, not tight. Now, this next thing is it shows... Oh, did I use the wrong... I did. I turned this the wrong side. Okay. So, good job on not paying attention. So there's 2 holes right here, okay? Pre-drill holes. So those have to be on the inside. So that's the wrong piece. Okay. So just make sure those 2 little pre-drilled are right there on the inside. That way you can put the screws in. Okay, get that little bit in there. Get that little bit in there. Alright, so for this you need piece or hardware number 4. Thank you, sweets. And you're just going to slide these into the holes here, and then into the pre-drill, which is going to be kind of hard to, this is why you don't tighten everything down, guys. So that you can see, move things around. And I cannot find that pre-drilled hole. See if I can find the other one. Because the other one's closer to me, so I should be able to see when I line up to it, right? And then when lined up to it, I should be able to just go right in on the other one. There you go. So get that tightened down there. You're going to have to probably tighten that one down. All right. We're going to stay on the same side here. That way everything's done on one side. And I need this little guy here. This little guy's going to go up here with that in here. So again, you're going to put 2 screws into the holes there and line up your pre-drills. Finished side is going to be on the outside. Okay, now we'll go ahead and tighten that one down. Let's see, am I getting there? Yeah. Okay. Again, we're going to leave it a little loose. There we go. We're, most of the way done, I think? All right. Now to put the other side on, which again, make sure that those 2 pre-drills are on the inside here. And go ahead and get your screws in there. And then line those screws up with your pre-drills. Then go ahead and get them finger started. Now we're going to tack just a smidge on this side. We're not going to go as far as we did on the other side. And then piece number 4 or hardware number 4, just like the other side. And just like the other side, it's going to be too hard to see. I cannot see that pre-drill hole. There we go. Just move it around until it moves in, right? That's easy enough. And then this one should automatically line up. Well, at least we'll hope. Yep. Okay. Now with those finger tight in there, if we tighten it down, we're going to lose this little bit of a gap here. So we're going to go ahead and put these 2 in before we tighten anything down so we don't lose that gap. That's the last piece that I think we need the huge gap for. And we're just go ahead and tighten these ones down. We might have to loosen those up. I'm not sure. Okay. Now what do we got left? We got the tabletop left, right? That's it? Okay, so okay, we're already, no, we're not upside down, we're right side up. Okay, so the tabletop is going to get screwed in. That's easy enough. So we'll go ahead and push this off to the side. Flip the other piece over so that the unfinished side is faced up. And then turn this upside down. And make sure, see the holes are like up and down on this one. So you need to make sure these are up and down as well. Or rotate this to match. Yeah, let's do that. Because it's going to be easier for me. So it's going to make sure that those holes all line up. They do. Since they line up, we'll go ahead and tack those in. Remember, we skipped that because we wanted to make sure it was going to be in the correct way, and we didn't want it to be in there just in case it wasn't. Now, of course, you probably should use your rubber mallet for better contact, but that's all right. So just line those up right on top of those holes, those pre-drills. You're going to grab, I don't know, let's say 3? Yeah, piece number 3. And you need 2, 2, 2, 2. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there's 8 of them there. So you're just going to push them right in through these holes here. You know, that plastic piece that you put on. And then line those up. I'm going to do it from the other side where I can see it. Line those up with the pre-drilled holes in the top of the table. Now go ahead and give them a slight rotation with your finger just to make sure it's lined up. Because if it's not, it's going to be crooked. And you don't want it to be crooked. You don't want the table to be crooked, no. Okay. Now we can work on this side. We're not in the hole. Well, maybe we are. No, doesn't feel like we're in the hole. That's the problem. You can't see. Oops, I took that side out. There it is. Okay. And that's also a small problem with the particle board, is that if you barely put these in, it's not going to hold very well. Should have thought of that whenever I was lifting up on that. But as long as they're all able to be rotated just a little bit, you can feel them grip, and they're all lined up. I got one left. It's good. So we'll go ahead and tighten those down. Now remember, you are putting these into particle board. So don't go crazy with your power tool. It's probably best to use a hand tool. Because if you go too far, you're going to strip that wood out, and then it's just not going to hold. And we'll go ahead and tighten everything else that we have, because we did not tighten that stuff earlier. And again, probably best to use a hand tool for this, unless you're overly familiar with power tools, and then you can feel comfortable with not destroying it. I mean, I've got years of experience with this kind of stuff, so I mean, I feel pretty comfortable in how to hold it to prevent it from going too far. I mean, you could take the thing all the way down if you wanted. But see, that's too far down, so there we go. That probably worked. Huh. That actually seemed like it worked. Alrighty. Now, only thing you got left is part 5, or hardware 5. So those go right here on the feet, and they're just non-slip pegs. I don't see anything marked on these as far as where they're going in. So we're just going to try to put them somewhat in center. Oh, wait a minute. That might be a small divot. No, that's not a divot. Okay. See, I really wish they would have put a divot in here for these, and then you just hammer them in. Yeah, really wish they'd have put a divot in. That's all right. I'm just not very good with seeing center. There you guys go. You guys put together your Furinno end table. Thanks again to Furinno for sponsoring this. We'll put the link for this product down below in the description. I mean, you see, it's fairly simple to put together. I mean, I did make a couple mistakes. I might have edited those out. I might leave them in, though, because it might be a little funny. But, and remember, Furinno's motto is, what is it? Your space, your budget? I think that's what it is. It's not written on the paper. It's probably on the box. Bye.